And I remember when I signed up, I was like, can I please bring my own water bottle, please? And they're like, no, we're going to give you these little, normal size water bottles. And I was like, I need my giant water bottle. So that's so fun.
Hi, readers. I'm so excited for our book club tonight. I'm interviewing Ashley Emma, and you are going to love hearing about her family and her career and her writing. If you ask a question or leave a comment in the comment section below, you'll automatically be entered to win a copy of Ashley's book, Amish Espionage, and she's going to tell us a little bit about it. It sounds really exciting. Be sure to go to my website because you'll be able to download a free book if you sign up for my email newsletter, and I know you're going to love it. And do you have your copy of Maggie and Max? It is my newest Western. It's romantic, it's funny, and it's filled with lots of adventure. I know you're going to love it. And now I'm really excited to introduce Ashley Emma. Ashley, thank you so much for being here tonight.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
I am so excited to talk to you. Ashley and I have we have a long history. We contributed to two books together, and Ashley is an amazing author. And so I just wanted you guys to get to know her and her books. So take it away. Just tell us all about yourself.
Oh, thanks. Okay. So I work full time as a self-published author, and I help people self-publish their books too. And we have 5 kids, and I'm expecting my sixth in April. You have 6 kids, don't you?
I do.
I remember you said that. And I'm one of 6 kids, which is funny.
That is
And my newest book I'm working on is it's in my crime series, which is called the Covert Police Detectives Unit now, and that's my most popular series. So I expect this to be a big hit. So because the
that is
last
really wonderful. Okay, so I want to go back to, kind of your personal life. So you do this full time. You can
yes.
support your family self-publishing full time.
Yes, it's like 50% that and then 50% my freelance work for publishing for people and like edit their books and their covers and publishing, self-publishing for them and
Wow,
helping through that whole process because it
that
is
is
that's
amazing. That's
yeah, so it's like 50-50. One day I really hope to just publish my own books and not have to do as much freelance work. I think I'm close. I'm really hoping by the time we have the baby, it'll be with this next book, it'll be kind of get us over that line there. So that would be really nice, but we'll see. In the next few months we'll tell. So
that is amazing. And your husband is a stay-at-home dad.
yes, he homeschools the oldest three. So our kids are almost 9, 7, almost 6, and then almost 3, and then we have a 16-month-old. So the younger two aren't homeschooling yet, but the older three, he homeschools all of them. And I used to homeschool them. So I handed that off to him once I was like, okay, time to quit your job so I can write more and he can do all the homeschooling stuff. Because
Uh,
that is a hard job. That is definitely a lot of work. So
oh yeah, that is absolutely fabulous. But I do think, wow, that is a lot of work to
it's so
homeschool,
much,
especially
yeah, even
two
with
different
3.
ages and when
Right. And my youngest or the 6-year-old is in kindergarten. So this is her first year. So last year it was 2 kids and now it's 3. So that was kind of like a big jump there to go from 2 to 3 in school. So, but they're doing well. They love it. It's been almost 2 years that we've been doing this. So, he was working for his dad and I had him quit and his dad wasn't, I think too happy about it, but, it's okay. It's all good now. It worked out great. So, um, yeah, I'm glad that he's here. It's really fun to have everyone here and at home all day. So,
yes, and you get to, oh, I'm sure you just get to do what you love every day, just write. And oh, that's so much fun.
yeah, and I really love helping people get their books out too. That's really great. Everyone always says, "You made my dreams come true." And I'm like, "Yay." It's really fun to do that. So,
That
yeah.
is so fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what got you into Amish, um, writing Amish books? I know you spent some time with the Amish.
hmm
Tell us about that.
It was my mom. I had never heard of like Amish fiction, and like I knew what the Amish were kind of sort of like I'd heard of them until my mom started reading Amish romance like almost 12 years ago. So I'm 32 now, and that was when I was 20. So oh, I'm almost 33 actually. Wow, it's been almost 13 years. But she started reading that, and I read one, and I think it was the When the Heart Cries series by Cindy Wood Small, which is really, really good. And it's such a tearjerker. It's like very sad, and but it's like it has a dark topic, but it's a really inspiring series. It's 3 books, I think. I remember I read that, and then there was one by
That
one.
was, I have to say, that was the second Amish book I read, and then
Really?
she's got 3 in that series.
Yeah.
Oh, I
So
love that.
good.
That's
Yeah.
still probably my favorite Amish book.
I think out of all of the ones I've ever read, that one I remember the most just because it sticks with you. And then I read I think it was called A Sister's Secret or something about a sister. I forget. Wanda Brunsetter. Is that how you say her name?
Mhm.
I don't know if that's how, if I'm saying it right. And then I was so hooked, and I was like, oh, I gotta write these because at the time I was self-publishing my time travel fantasy novels, which I started doing when I was 16. And I was just looking at my Amazon account yesterday with my kids, and they were like, how come such a long time ago it was at zero? Because like I was, well, some months I would make like $100. And I was 16 and I was self-publishing, and it was just fun for me. And I'd be like, oh wow, I made 100. And some months I would make 70 cents, and I would just whatever, I was 16, I didn't care. So it was fun. And then when I was 20, I thought, well, this is kind of like an interesting genre. It's like I liked to write about like the Middle Ages and time travel. And I was like, this is kind of like the Amish live now, but when you go there, it's like stepping back in time a few hundred years because it just looks so different there. So I was like, it's kind of like that. And I just thought, I'm going to write one. I don't know why. I just wanted to. So I called some Amish people in Pennsylvania because I didn't know. I live in Maine, and there's 2 big Amish communities here, and I had no idea.
Hmm.
So I called Pennsylvania, and they said, there's 2 big Amish communities near you. And I was like, oh, okay, I'll go there. So I ended up going to Unity, which is 2 hours from me. And they just kept inviting me back, and they thought it was great that I was trying to do my research, and we were friends and became friends. And um it's been a very long time since I've been back, but I did call them last year, and I told them, I was like, I owe my entire career to them because they answered all my questions, and they were really nice, and they just kept having me over. So
Okay, so tell us about this book, Amish Espionage.
So this one is going to be following the theme of sex trafficking, which is not something you see. I don't know if any other Amish books have that. Maybe I just probably haven't come across it. I know there's a lot of crime ones. I'm not sure if any talk about this, but that is something I like to raise awareness about, and it's in the US, and it's even in Maine where I live in Portland. It's really bad in Portland, which is a half hour from me. So I thought the Amish don't lock their doors, and they don't usually report crimes to the police. And I just, being the interesting crime oriented mind that I have, I was just thinking, wow, they would be a really easy target for criminals. And so I just started writing this series about how other types of crimes happen there too. But this one is about traffickers targeting the Amish, which I hope does not ever happen. As far as I know, in Unity, nothing bad's happened there. It's very safe there. This is just my fictional story on it. So it is about an Amish girl who gets kidnapped, and then they are rescued by a tracking device. The police track them. So she comes home, and then a few weeks later, her sister is taken instead of her well, at first they think, oh, she went to a friend's house, but they realize she's missing, and she suspects it was either the same traffickers or another group of traffickers. So she offers herself as bait, and they put a tracker on her, and she goes back and she gets kidnapped on purpose to lead the police to them. And she finds, well, I won't tell you what happens. Yeah, so it's like she's the spy for the police. So I wanted to call it Amish espionage. So um that's
Very,
kind of the gist of it. And she's kind of she likes this Amish man she's always been in love with, and then the detective who shows up, and she's kind of trying to decide which one she's in love with. So that's the romance aspect of it. So,
I love it. It sounds very exciting.
yeah, thank
Well,
you.
so I want to ask, I ask everybody this year, I'm asking people to share a quote or thought that has meant a lot to them or that means a lot to them. Do you have something that you want to share with us?
I do, it's right there. It's probably backwards. I don't know if you can is it backwards for you? But I'll read it to you. So my father-in-law made me that, and he gave it to me for Christmas a few years ago, and I just started crying. I was like, "Oh, this is amazing." It says, "A professional writer is an amateur who didn't quit." And I feel like that applies to anything in life. Like, like, for writing, it feels like you're putting so much work into it for so long, and I think a lot of people quit right before they make it. So, like, I just love it. I do it for free. So I just kept going and just kept going, and then it did start to pay off. So, like, but yeah, I feel like that applies to anything in life. Like, you just practice makes perfect, and it can take a really long time, but yeah, 13 years in the making for my career. Yeah,
Wow, I
that's
love that quote. That is so
it.
true, and you're right, so true in every aspect of life. Well, okay, we're almost done. I know you didn't want this question, but I just wanna know if you were stuck on a desert island, what 3 things would you want with you?
Oh goodness, let me think. I was like, there's so many things I'd want to take, so I couldn't narrow it down to three. Um, okay, so one thing would definitely be this ginormous water bottle. I take this everywhere, and everyone's always like, "Do you really drink all that?" Yes, I drink like a lot of that. Oh, well,
Good for
several
you.
of those a day. I drink two at night and like three in the day.
Oh,
Um, that would be one, and probably if you can't take food, I'm guessing like earplugs because I'm such a light sleeper. That's kind of a silly thing. And I guess a tent or a sleeping bag. I don't know. Oh, what would be really helpful is a machete. I have no idea.
yes,
Those are some things.
like
Um,
that book Hatchet, He where he
yeah,
has
right?
hatchet.
Yeah. I did learn how to make fire. We did a local survivor event 3 years ago, and I was in it. I got fourth place.
Oh,
And the reason
cool.
it was really fun. It was just something my husband and his best friend organized the entire thing. And I remember when I signed up, I was like, "Can I please bring my own water bottle, please?" And they're like, "No, we're going to give you these little, normal size water bottles." And I was like, "I need my giant water bottle." So that's why. But
Well, Ashley, thank you so much for being here. This has been so much fun, and it really loved hearing about you and your books and your career. And readers, go check out Amish Espionage. I'm sure it's very exciting and just going to be really a fun